Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel URIEL, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about motherfuckers with no souls. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we get into this, we got to break down what is a soul, so we can start getting real intricate with this shit. So what is a soul? Now, a soul is nothing more but an individual spirit. Now, what do you mean by that, Uriel? A soul. Now, I'm finna get into the beginnings and the initial senses of things so y'all can get a clear understanding. Way before all y'all religions and what y'all teachers or gurus be talking. I don't care how old they is. They ain't Archangel Uriel. Now, check this out. What is a soul? A soul is nothing more but an individual spirit. So this is a spirit that is able to have an individual feeling or an individual outlook or perception on the actual astral travel that all of our spirits is traveling in. So for the most part, you would look at it, a soul is an individual spirit. So you know what I'm saying? So you would look at it like this. This is a person who's just not going along with the pack or going along with the wave. They got their own individual outlook on the actual travel that we're in. So this is how a person become a source. And this is before we get into the energy realm. We're getting into the frequency vibration first. Now, frequency is like a spirit. So it's like the idea, the thought, the line of events, the timeline. So it's the conscious, it's the spirit. So what happens here is when a spirit goes in to a realm of reality, the frequency gets to vibrate. Now going into a realm of reality, that's when it goes into a realm. It gets to vibrate. And vibrate, everything that's tied up under vibration is when the spirit did that, the vibration came second. So after frequency, it comes second because it's your time. You get to experience that timeline, those ideas, those line of events, those frequencies. You get to let those frequencies vibrate. So under vibrations, you got everything attached to fluid, emotion, motion, movement, connection. You see what I'm saying? Memory, soul. So this is a spirit becoming a soul, having an individual outlook on the idea and not just going along with the flow. It just have its own individual. So for the most part, this is how you know a person has soul. Now, when we talk about the soul, once you look at it in this aspect, you know that you're always going to be connected to it. So you can give away your soul, you can sell your soul, but you're always going to be connected to whatever hands you put your soul in. So if you put your soul in the hands of someone else, if you put your soul in the hands of a circumstance or a situation, you're going to constantly experience the vibrations of that world. So for the most part, if you look at it like this, your job, you're selling portions of your soul, aka you're just selling your experience, selling portions of your time to gain something from the physical realm out of it. Now, something in the physical realm is things that light, sound, things that take shape and form. So these shapes and forms, society understand this realm already. So they may place a lot of things here in this realm, in the physical realm, and create a bunch of shapes and forms that'll make you feel like these are forms of achievement or forms of success. So when you gain these shapes and forms, it's supposed to replace whatever you gave off. So if you sell a portion of your soul, aka you sell 7 hours of your experience to a job or something like that, you're supposed to get a shape and form out of that from the physical realm that match what you gave off in the internal realm. But what happens here is the shit you giving off, the shit you getting back in the physical realm is not even matching, and it's not even making you feel all of what you left off. It's not even matching the same vibration. You see what I'm saying? What you get, the shape and form that you getting back is not even matching the emotions and the feelings and the experience that you gave off. So this is where you get the concept of people feeling like they're working for no reason, getting the short end of the stick, putting their all into something and getting little to nothing out of it. This is where you get that concept from. See, so I'm speaking on the very initial beginnings of things. So, for the most part, the soul is an individual spirit. So a spirit is like a timeline of events. you know a person who ain't got no soul because they just following the motherfucking pack. Now, it's a couple ways how you can understand a person ain't got no soul. So, they got a soul, it's just lost somewhere. You could look at it like the movie Get Out. When a person got a little soul, because they didn't gave so much percentage of it out, it's almost like Get Out when the dude ain't have control over his body. He was sunk in a sunken place. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like that. Now, a person with a lot of soul, you can look at your grandparents. Now, it doesn't matter how nasty or whatever you thought the food that she was whipping up was going to be. She put her soul into it. So the soul, when she put those vibrations into it, right? That'd be the goodest motherfucking meal that you ever ate in your motherfucking life. Now, why is that? Because not only did you eat in the physical realm, you ate in the soul. And the soul is attached to the feelings, emotions, experience. So you get, that realm is before the physical realm, the physical world. So if you get full in that realm, then shit, you psych your grandmother then put some magic into that shit and psych your vibrations up to the point that you think you probably only had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, some fucking a little piece of chicken that had to been cut down and separated between you and your motherfucking cousins and brothers and sisters and shit. So y'all all got a little ass piece of slice, but just the way she fucking seasoned it, smothered it in gravy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit, motherfucker. Hey, we was full. We was motherfucking full. We was full that day. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we was motherfucking full that day. And this is when you got a lot of fucking money in your pocket and you ain't got no feelings. It's just you got spirits telling you to go this way, that way, and you be eating all motherfucking day and you think you trying to figure out why you ain't never fucking fooled. See what I'm saying? That's why some of these spirits be telling the truth though. Like you pray, it ain't the prayer that was happening. It was the feelings and emotions that was put in that prayer. So when grandma told you to pray, don't look at her like when you grow up and say the religion was wrong. Don't grow up and be like, man, she put me, indoctrinated me. Nah, she was probably indoctrinated, but the spirit she was indoctrinated by was a hard ass spirit. Like we gotta respect these hard ass spirits that was coming into these motherfucking bodies, creating other names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now these spirits that then came here thousands of years and still control religions and shit, that's some hard ass motherfucking science. This ain't some shit. Niggas is haters. See, people got the wrong concept of shit. Like we can sit here and talk about religions and things of that nature, but once we get into astrology and understand things from an angel perspective, I look at this shit like, okay, we all the same kind of people. I want to be like you, or I want to be like you, but I'm as you. So I ain't gonna hate on you because you didn't control a bunch of civilizations and shit. I look at that like that's a hard ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me use some of that motherfucking science. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of people out here hating on shit and hating in the spirit realm. So they didn't elevate it from the physical realm. Now they start hating in the spirit realm. So now they wanna become what they can't be in the physical realm and the spirit realm. But it's the same kind of party. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, you gotta just chill. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Your ass ain't defeating nobody in the spirit realm. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? With the weak ass physical realm tactics. You just ain't gonna do it. Now, that's another video. But for the most part, yeah, we're talking about now a person, there's a few ways you can tell a person who don't have a motherfucking soul. Now, it's a person who put all their experience in their job or their work. So this is business savvy people, right? It could be a vampire type of person, a person who cling on to people who have vibrations. So they cling on to your ass if you got any sense of life. That's life in you. If you got any sense of life and they don't, they gonna hate being to themselves, but they gonna love being around your ass. That's how you know another person who ain't got no soul. Another way you could know a person who ain't got no soul, or just it's just way deep in their body and they gotta find it. So sometimes they may utilize your ass to find it. Is a real logical person. A person who can't never emotionally feel you or never connect with you. So this is a person who have non-resonating skills. So a lot of times, you know, to dive into waters, that is a source of mugginess and unclairvoyance a little bit. But sometimes this is the realm that needed to create. So we create the clearness. So this is where we get the sense of chlorine and shit like that, putting in pools and shit. But for the most part, it's just really just correlated to a person who's emotionally detached Now, a person who can't resonate with you or have no understanding with you, and then they always got some type of logical terms of what you going through or something like that, then that's another person who don't have no soul. Then you have a fourth one. These are people who had so many experiences with the soul that it just was so many experiences that they wanted to run away from, that they done created so many logical left brain blockages to them feelings, to the point that they run to that left brain thought in order to run away from that feeling. So these would be people like they went through so many deep emotional things. A lot of people may have got killed in their life. They may have had a harsh upbringing or something like that. And through all this emotional chaos, they didn't got emotionally dry. They didn't came up with concepts, aka firmaments, aka left brain words and logics and shit like that, and created cages around certain worlds to experience. And with these cages is like shapes and forms. It's physical. Everything was created with the word. So don't believe that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Shit, that shit kill your, that's how it hurt your spirit realm. Throwing rocks. This is how you throw rocks at somebody. Throw spiritual rocks at somebody. Throwing emotional weight on somebody. Trying to give somebody ideas that you ain't got. Nah, that's how you think. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'ma do what I'm doing right now. Ain't nobody thinking about it like that, motherfucker. That's what you have to do. But for the most part, when we talking about the soul, and going back to the I don't lose my motherfucking point, but yeah, going back to the soul and throwing spirits at you and this, that, and the third. Now, the soul is in a situation where this is the realm of experience, and people who put up so many cages and blockages on those experiences, they come emotionally dry. And we know all lights and physical things, right, deteriorate after a while. So once one form deteriorate, it'll play out through this person as an explosion. You'll see them explode one day. You'll see them try to kill themselves another day. You'll see them explode on other people or disappear for another day until they can form another cage around that world, because worlds is always going to take on new elements and take on new frequencies and build on it, because we always dying and transforming. So you think what's life? Life is really just transformation. Which I think life and death, that's just transformation. Period. Transformation in the physical form, in the physical realm. So life and death is the same thing. So anytime you get incapable, you pick up pieces and elements from that realm that you are incapable in to get capable. That's why if you hurt, you have to train yourself, train muscles, build muscle, everything building. You think it's building, you think it's life, you think it's getting in shape. No, you just transform it to sustain yourself in that astral travel. So you're adding shit to your spaceship, or physically redoing your spaceship, which is your light body, your shape, your sound, what we see from you. You see what I'm saying? And we're all trying to ascend to become higher lights, or lighter bodies, lighter in weight, so we can fly and shit like that. But that's getting into some other shit. That's the physical realm. But for the most part, when we're talking about the soul, you know, this is a person. Another way how you can tell a person who don't have no soul, because they done went through so many soulistic moments that they built up these firmaments and blocked those worlds off. And then we know firmaments, physical things deteriorate. Light expires after a while. So, you know, once that world break free from learning how to break free out of that, because this is worlds, this is woman, mother, womb. This ain't got nothing to do with female. Mother, womb, world, creation. That's a energy in itself. That's always going to create. The left brain can't create. It can just analyze what's being created. So, you know what I'm saying? The world always going to expand and break out of these firmaments, and within these people it play out them as being chaotic at moments. But then when you see them calm back down and back to them settled moments, they then created a bigger cage for that world, and then however long it take for that world to escape that one in their mind, then that's when it take off again. But that's another way. That's a troubled soul. That's a very troubled soul. A person who keep putting their soul in hell. A soul in a cage. They keep putting their world, their experience, in a cage, in a hell. So these people are struggling right now. So these people be needing help by spiritual people. People who understand the soul already, but know how to detach, know how to separate all realms and be one in these realms to go to that one realm. This is these type of people who understand the frequency, vibration, and energies. This is what I be talking about. Shamans should understand this a little bit also, because they try to detach from the physical realm altogether. A lot of them just come back as rocks and trees and plants and flowers and shit. But a lot of times, they know how to, the conscious ones, the conscious shamans know how to transcend, and the monks, and the shaman monks and shit. But for the most part, a spiritual person who understands, who already understand the soul, and understand how to separate, how to still become, how to understand everybody in the pack, in the wave, and still know how to experience the wave, but still also know how to be an individual in that wave. A person who ain't scared to experience, who ain't creating a bunch of moral systems and things that's tied to, that was created by lower spirits that was here before you. You know what I'm saying? So they're lords, but they're just lower spirits. They're down beneath you because as a baby spirit, you're above them. But you diving in this rainbow waters, you starting to experience and wanting to take the bodies of the lights and the sounds and shit, making yourself heavy and come down here to the point that you can't take the light bodies of sound and light anymore. You can only take condensed bodies of light and condensed stars and heavy stars and stars like Saturn and rock like shit and heavy and going down, and then you would think that's even good because of almost the perception and how much power you have, but you never ascend spiritually again. So you know it goes because your spirit is trapped in that motherfucking body, and your spirit is in the dark. Your spirit is not lightness in the dark. Your spirit is not the light. Your spirit is not correlated to the physical realm. It's correlated to the yin realm, the shapeless, formless, the unseen. But if you're going to tell me somebody's spirit is a light, then you need to show me proof. Take a photographic picture, a scientific method, that when somebody die, you see a motherfucking light come from their body. Until motherfucking then, stop playing with the fucking spirit. I'm tired of these motherfuckers always tying the fucking spirit to the physical realm. Oh, the spirit is the less dense shit. Here, it's a fucking gas. No, it ain't. When I say the shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas, gas is this, it's a frequency, vibration, energy in the frequency realm, it's a frequency, vibration, energy in the vibration realm, and it's a frequency, vibration in the energy realm. The frequency, vibration, and energy in the physical realm, in the energy realm, is what matters. All things that matter can become matter and become solid and be willed into your distance. So this is all forms and shapes. So we're talking about sounds, ideas, thought forms, concepts, and then we're talking about light, and then we talk about being condensed. And so we're seeing all the physical versions of the frequency and vibration. But the frequency and vibration didn't become these things. It created these things to take these things as bodies. That's why in all these ancient religions, you got deities, people in shapes and forms coming in the representation of the unseen deity. So this is why we had water gods. This is why we had air gods. This is why we had sky gods. Because when you look at the air is supposed to represent the unseen force. So the person that's controlling the air is the person that's unseen, the fucking spirit. But when y'all start tying the motherfucking religion to the and start saying the spirit is the fucking body, then that's when Archangel Uriel get fucking upset. That's why I get upset. Y'all niggas don't feel me. Y'all don't get it. I got the right to say it though. This is for me and my soul group. We have this understanding. But I get upset when I see people who really get in their physical forms and lost in the physical and really teach people in this world doctrines that they don't need to be in. I hate fucking religions. I hate fucking people who think they know what they talking about and they don't. I hate that shit. I'm supposed to hate shit of the world. But for the most part, we're going to talk about as a person losing their soul. So a person they can lose their soul in many different ways. A person who working exhausted all the time, shit, they take on so many spirits from the people at work because they soul so small. When they come home, they take out all they hatred on their family and shit like that. Because they giving all they gave their soul away, and this is the only way to beef up their soul a little bit due to some form of emotion, some form of feeling. And when it comes off negative, that lets you know where their soul was at. It was somewhere down, somewhere in some type of rotation, somewhere in some type of pattern. That's where the hell concept came from. Just anytime it's something in pattern. So you can think about anything being a pattern. Your ass keep coming here in this rotation. Your ass keep subconsciously training your soul to keep doing things in the physical realm in a fucking pattern. You not switching up and experiencing nothing new. Yeah, your motherfucking soul is in some fucking hell. In light though. In light, and y'all think light is the fire, and that was the first conception of y'all confusion. So y'all are in hell because y'all spirits are lost in this light body, the light body. Your spirit is not the light in a fucking dark body. Your spirit is not the fucking light. Your spirit is dark. Your spirit is very dark. Now, when I say dark, people need to get that out the religious text again and thinking that's correlated to evil. When I say dark, it's dealing with the shapeless, formless, non-flammable realm, the realm of creation, imagination. That's what your spirit attached to. So when we talk about dark spirits, all spirits is dark. The spirit that created your fucking world and realm of reality that you attached to was a dark spirit. Anytime somebody talking about they got a fucking light spirit, they lost into the fucking physical. And they want their spirit to become the physical. Then they scared to die. They scared to leave this pattern. They scared to leave this rotation. So they love being in hell. That's all religious people. All religious people. Even the people who think they ain't religious. That's them. They doing the same shit. So that's why they cling on to the shit that they doing. This is real shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no motherfucking game. I'm dead serious about this shit. I don't do this shit for fun. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air. So you need to have... So what I just expressed right there was motherfucking soul. So you can't fake the funk. And you need to vibrate high if you want to change any type of shape and form. Because we know condensing any type of vibration becomes stale, stagnated energy. And we know everything in the universe has to move one way or another. So motherfucker, if you ain't gonna move, you gonna get moved. You see what I'm saying? And another shape and form is gonna come here. So we have to utilize all these motherfucking energies. In the spirit realm, in the vibrational soul realm, in the astral realm, you gotta vibrate high to change any type of circumstance in your situation. That's the only way things is gonna be able to take shape and form and you to manifest something in your motherfucking life. Then once you get it, once you start to see something taking a shape and form that you like from the shapeless and formless, then that's when your ass start to vibrate low. Actually, aka settle in that world, settle in that realm, get your feet wet, settle in and gain some type of solid dairy type of physicality in that shit, and gain what you gonna get out of that shit until something has served its purpose and time is up. And then once you know that, take another fucking shape and form, cause you doing this in this body. So don't get into this body and then stop doing that and stop your abilities from what this body can do. Motherfucker. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air.